Hello.
Right,
Hello.
right.
Well, hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to each and everyone for the first semi-final of 55 Sports League Season 7. Now, for the first semi-final, I have both the team. It's VINS Cricket Club and Liv Young Clinic. From VINS Cricket Club, it's Siddharth Daga, and from Liv Young, it's Dr. Kanaya. Who's going to spin the coin? Who's going to call? It's VINS Cricket Club who's going to spin the coin. Heads is the call from Liv Young Clinic. Tails it is. So VINS Cricket Club has won the toss. What have you decided?
We are going to bat first.
Any particular reason?
Semi-final, big match, wonderful team. Whole idea is to put some runs on the board and try to, get them to chase under pressure.
So change in your plan, playing 11?
I think we are more or less playing with the same team. No, not much changes.
Thank you, all the best. Fortunate to lose the toss.
It's all the match which matters, so I don't mind about the toss. Just to call which I have to take. So either which way is like would have been okay with anything.
So change in plan, playing
Yeah, a couple
11?
of guys have missed out who's played in the last this thing. They're kind of playing out and come on, so like they can't make it for the day. But then we are almost the same bunch.
So you're going with a couple of changes for the semi-final.
Not really. A couple of them are missed out, so that is the reason why we have to go for the one more place.
Okay, all the best. Now for the first semi-final, it's VINS Cricket Club who has won toss and they have decided to bowl first. Thank you.
ऐसा आता था हवा में टप पड़ के मैं आने वाला बॉलर दिख रहा है
पेस रहना भाई बोल्ड रहना नहीं
पेस ज़्यादा है डॉक्टर है फिर ऊपर से
अरे ऊपर आप यार किसी भी एज बताता हूँ वही पूछा तो देख ले तू
Good evening, each and everyone. The first semi-final of 55 Sports League Season 7. It's VINS Cricket Club who have won toss and they have decided to bat first, which brings Manish Gilada and Mukesh Gilada, brothers of destruction, as the openers of VINS Cricket Club to face Kaushik there. Kaushik Sharath from Liv Young Clinic starts with a dot. Couple of dots.
लेफ्ट हैंडर है क्या राइट ही है वो क्योंकि लेफ्ट हैंडर भी 2 बार छीनने से मारे वाले थे ना नंबर में
तुम आउट करे तो वाले कुछ
हाँ उसकी बोल रहे थे कोई बोल रहे थे वो
जैना
अरे कोई बोले ना रे वो छीनने से छक्के मारे
Was a tremendous six earlier from Manish Gilada, as we can see that pulled his length pretty decently, pretty quickly though by Kaushik Sharath. This time he's making no mistake with that tremendous six from the cow corner and mid wicket region. As I need to mention, these brothers of destruction have opened the innings for VINS Cricket Club. Right, last ball of the very first over in the semi-finals. In the air, Apish. Couple of bounces. 2 is the call. And gets it comfortably at the very first over. So end of over, it's 8 with no loss.
खाली 2-3 मीटर का
And for the second over, to share the brand new 55 sports edition ball with Kaushik. Now it's Shravan with the second over. 5 for 14 is his best so far on this format of game. This white new brand ball. Shravan the man for the second over of Liv Young Clinics. has a beautiful action from Shravan. As we can see, the very first ball he has bowled with the pace, left all alone by Mukesh for a dot straight into the hands of keeper. In the slot, dispatched it beautifully. He gets off the marker with that beautiful boundary down the ground. First boundary, a comprehensive boundary by Mukesh. At the very second ball he has faced. That was a lovely shot. Nothing short and nothing slot. Good half volley there. Just open the face. And a couple of bounces that goes to the fence. What a lovely shot, and he gets off the marker beautifully and comfortably. Statements passed away straight away at the very first over itself from Manish and followed by Mukesh. Just a tap there, protection there at a deep point, so gets a single. Boundary after a single followed by beautiful cricket, as we can see. Steps out with the dancing shoes down the ground, and that goes to the fence. A hint of swing, nevertheless. Beautiful place of boundary from Manish this time, using the bowler space pretty confidently. Down the ground this time. Pulls and pulls comfortably with that confidence and possibly goes to the fence. Yes, does. Once again, with the flat batted, a slap is what we can say by Manish. From the middle of the bat it comes, a beautiful shot. Not in a confident way at the previous boundary, but 100% will be confident from this boundary. That was from the middle of the bat. A slap is what we say in a game of cricket this time. Couple of bounces and that goes to the fence. As I have mentioned earlier on, both these destructive brothers were up to the opening proceedings for VINS Cricket Club. Have already reached 21 with no loss. We are at very second over of the first innings of first semi-final itself. Once again in the air, catches the call, fielder under it, takes it, a beautiful catch. Manoj there at short mid wicket has ran half a mile there, but nevertheless takes it comfortably. Manoj. So Shravan picks his man. First wicket falls for VINS Cricket Club. After those two beautiful boundaries, Shravan pulled his length quite decently and pretty handsomely. Manish has to walk back. It's 21 with the loss of 1 after 2 overs.
In comes a number 3 batter for VINS Cricket Club, Malesh Nani. 20,000 runs, just touching 20,500 runs. Beautiful average, good strike rate though. Quite experienced campaigner comes early to the wicket. A very just third over of the very first innings for VINS Cricket Club. Now Kaushik once again to continue his spell. Starts with the dot ball. Nevertheless, Shravan bowling was too good. Has pulled his length pretty early. Early on, as we have seen, the second over which Shravan has bowled in the match, has picked a crucial wicket. The opener, a destructive opener, has to walk back. Meanwhile, this was in the air by Mukesh Gilada. No fielder for the protection there, and the ball slowly races to the boundary. Nevertheless, beautiful stop there, which allows to take a couple of runs. Well, after losing the first wicket though, but Mukesh Gilada is trying to put a mark in the semi-final of 55 Sports League, Season 7. Outside edge, catches the call. Point fielder in action, takes it. A beautiful catch. As I've mentioned earlier on, second wicket falls for VINS Cricket Club. Mukesh Gilada has to walk back. Kaushik strikes at the very second over. Shiva strikes there. Takes a comfortable catch in the end. Now it's a second wicket for VINS Cricket Club. Pretty early wickets, a couple of wickets for VINS. As we can see, Mukesh Gilada has to walk back with 7 under his name. As we can see, Kaushik strikes his first wicket straight away into the wickets column. This man slightly slower in the air. Beautiful catch there from Shiva, the man at point, and has the proceedings comfortably. 23 with the loss of 2. We are in the third over, and in brings the number 4 batter Jaffer with 171 strike rate. As we can see, quite experienced campaigner once again, as I have need to mention, 600 matches. Experienced campaigner in a crucial moment for the first semi-final here for VINS Cricket Club. Well, for VINS Cricket Club, both the new batters has a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders to put a partnership for VINS Cricket Club. Well, 3 runs and a wicket at the third over of Liv Young. Now it's 24 with the loss of 2 after 3 overs. This time Jaffer gets his first boundary. That was beautiful shot down the ground through covers, bisected the fielders beautifully. Jaffer making no mistake there. That was from the middle of the bat in the end. Shravan's first ball, lovely strike there, beautiful shot from the middle of the bat that comes and that goes to the fence. Well, this is what they were needed. VINS Cricket Club needed. They need a lot and lot more to get a good score on the scoreboard. A slight change in the field. So deep point comes in and third man goes out. Well, long off and third man were out and rest everyone were in the 30-yard circle for Jaffer. Beautifully bowled there, Shravan, lovely ball there. That was a beautiful ball, a ripper. Has no chance for Jaffer where to hit that one, but nevertheless that goes straight into the fielder, straight into the keeper in fact. Opens the bat face pretty early, but nevertheless backward point and point were in the popping crease, a 30-yard circle, so gets a dot. Well, first ball boundary followed by two couple of dot balls, as we can see. Pulled his length pretty early and pretty confidently by Shravan. And after so long time, that brings once more new batter Malesh and Nani into the popping crease this time with 20,490 is what he has achieved so far in this format of game, as we can see in his scorecard. And for Malesh, a slight change in the field. Takawa goes mid off in the circle. First ball, Apish dispatched it very beautifully. Powerful shot. Malesh making no mistake there. This man is very confident in big matches. As I've mentioned earlier on, beautiful shot that was. Shravan, that was right in the slot. Says thank you so much. Beautiful shot, connection and elevation goes out of the Vijayananda cricket ground. Well, he gets off the marker with his style. First ball maximum. Well, 11 runs coming straight away off Shravan's second over. With the loss of 2, VINS Cricket Club has scored 35 after 4 overs. In the air, catches the call. Over bowler set this time. One bounce. Straight into the hands of captain there. In the red hot seat, captain Dr. Kanaya at wide long off. Saves a couple of runs for his team. Slightly uppish, but nevertheless gets a single. So this is what VINS Cricket Club wanted to do by these both batters, getting all those singles and build a partnership. So end of the over, it's 38 with the loss of 2 after 5 overs. For the final over of the power play, in comes the new bowler, the one change bowler Suresh Kumar, coming over the wicket, as we can see. In fact, that was round the wicket for this left hand bowler. Catches the call, but gets a couple of runs at the very first ball by Suresh. Well, that was right in the middle of the bat by Jafar. Couldn't get the connection properly. Srikanth, that was a ripper catch. You beauty. What a beautiful catch that is. Ran almost a half a mile there. Takes the beautiful catch in the end. Contribution of his team is what Liv Young were up to, complementing each other. So third wicket falls Jaffer's way. It's 40 with the loss of 3. We are in the last over of the power play. Now in comes the big man Ram Patil. Has lot of experience. Quite a big man for his team, VINS Cricket Club. Now he has lot of burden and responsibilities on him to take a VINS Cricket Club and put a crucial score. Driven handsomely through the covers. Ram Patil opens his runs account with that beautiful boundary. He gets off the mark. Was a lovely shot, that is. Well, that was slightly in the slot for him. Driven this time, a fuller length, and drives comfortably to the boundary. So he gets off the mark. Well, last ball of the power play by Suresh Kumar. Ram Patil on strike. Once again, driven. An outside edge, if I'm not wrong, possibly, and that goes to the fence. Well, a couple of boundaries to finish the power play. It's 48 with the loss of 3. Was an intentional shot though, that was. And beautifully bisecting the field. That goes to the fence. 6 overs have finished. It's 48 with the loss of 3. Well, power play is done and dusted for VINS Cricket Club. Not a comprehensive start they wanted, as they have won the toss. So 3 wickets have been collapsed early on, right in the power play itself. Liv Young were in a driving seat for some time in the power play itself, and which brings meanwhile Kaushik for his last over starts with a single. And of the man Ram Patil in the strike to face Kaushik for the very first time. Just a leg lands on offered. Abhishek with the keeping gloves and keeping responsibilities. In fact, it's Abhilash has took a lot of responsibilities. The spinal cord of the bowling team. And with that single, 50 on the board for VINS Cricket Club. Well, a dot ball to finish the over. It's 51 with the loss of 3. Well, as far as VINS Cricket Club is concerned, singles and couple of runs followed by those round the ground boundaries is what they have is required for VINS Cricket Club. They need to build a partnership to get a respectable score on the board, as Ram Patel is exactly doing what the team is required, and so does Mallesh Nani. So single and 5 runs if I am not wrong. Well, it's 4 runs if I am not wrong to finish the over. 55 with the loss of 3 after 8 overs. A silent over comes to an end. In the air, in the slot, dispatched beautifully. A powerful shot that was. What a lovely shot. Second 6 for him, Mallesh Nani. He's making no mistake. That was anything on the slot. Mallesh Nani dispatching it with no mercy. Beautiful shot that is. Followed by a beautiful defense, forward front foot defense. Slightly a push in the end and gets a single with that maximum followed by. So good cricket as we can see Mallesh Nani, and so does Ram Patil too. In the air, high up in the air. Keeper under it. Abhilash, he's making no mistake and takes a beautiful catch in the end. As I need to mention, that was way far up in the air. Abhilash making no mistake. Keeper bringing himself up the front and takes that beautiful catch comfortably. Well, fourth wicket falls for VINS Cricket Club. It's Mallesh Nani tries to accelerate the scorecard. In the end, gives his wicket for Pawan. It's 64 with the loss of 4. We are in the 9th over. In comes Siddharth Daga, captain. To face Pawan with the very first time, and the last ball by him. Just a friendly push there down the leg, so gets a single, and he gets off the mark comfortably at the very first ball. It's 65 with the loss of 4 after 9 overs. Well, for the last over before drinks, it's Kanaya, captain, and it's captain to captain. Dr. Kanaya bowling to Siddharth Daga, captain of VINS Cricket Club. Starts with a dot ball. A low full toss it is picked beautifully. Tries to bisect the fielder, nevertheless gets a single. Saved a couple of runs of his team there at good work from wide long on and wide mid wicket. Powerful shot down the leg, but wicket in an action. Gets a single there. Liv Young will be happy to give those singles, and they are targeting with the wickets, and they are on a hunt for wickets this time. Inside edge, the seas. And the balls possibly go to the boundary, but nevertheless, good stop, good chase. Abhilash, the man with the keeping gloves on, has ran almost near the boundary rope to save that couple of runs. In fact, they've ran 3. Just saved a single. Good running between the wickets by Siddharth Daga and Ram Patil. Pulls beautifully, bisecting the field pretty decently from the middle of the bat. That comes, well, a boundary to finish the over. It's 74 with the loss of 4, and now time for drinks. Well, straight after the drinks break, it's Pawan who started the proceedings. Starts with a single. Gets a single off the bat by Siddharth Daga. Now Ram Patil on strike to face Pawan right after the drinks break. Drives beautifully. Treat to watch. This is from Ram Patil. What a lovely shot that is, beautifully bisecting the cover fielder and the sweeper there, which gets a reward from the middle of the bat that comes. What a lovely shot it is. Slightly shorter length in the slot. Drives and expended it beautifully. That goes to the fence. What a lovely shot. A credit to Ram Patil, striker batter. Making no mistake. Anything on the slot is dispatching it beautifully with no mercy in the end. Down the pads. This time 2 is the call from Ram Patil. Gets a comfortable single in the end. Beautiful throw from the fielder at a deep mid wicket. A lovely diving effort from the man at covers. Kaushik, if I'm not wrong, that is. Yes, okay. It's a dot in the end. A humorous eye hit, says Pawan. Second wicket for him. He be in the wickets column straight away. Beautiful ball, targeting the middle stump pretty decently at the very first ball he has bowled so far on this innings. He gets his reward. Siddharth Daga has to walk back. Half of the team back into the pavilion for VINS Cricket Club. It's 80 with the loss of 5. We are in the 11th over. As we can see, straight like an arrow. Beaten completely by Siddharth Daga. Now it's 5 with the loss of 80 have scored by VINS Cricket Club so far in the 11th over. After 11 overs, it's 81 with the loss of 5, which brings the new batter Vikrant Raj, pretty known name and pretty experienced batter, to join Ram Patil for the rest of the action. A new bowler Shiva Vamshi onto the attack for Vikrant Raj and Ram Patil. So far starts with a single and he gets off the mark comfortably, pulls, and that goes to the fence. What a beautiful shot right in the back foot from the power of Ram Patil. That goes to the fence right on the back foot. And Shiva's first boundary comes from the Ram Patil's middle of the bat. Quickly moves to the back foot, dispatched it beautifully. Powerful shot that is just falls short in front of the boundary rope, but nevertheless beautiful intent from this man. Powerful intent. Just a guide followed by that boundary. So singles and boundaries is what they've been targeted VINS Cricket Club. And that was Vikrant Raj to face Shiva Vamshi for the rest of the over. Covers this time, catches the call. Beautifully taken. Vamshi strikes. Very first over. He be in the wickets column straight away, pulling each and every one. Vikrant has to walk back. 6th wicket falls very cheaply for VINS Cricket Club. Early wicket and early call from Vikrant. Now he has to walk back. Man at covers Sanjeev Reddy makes no mistake. He gets his man. 6th wicket falls for VINS Cricket Club. It's 87 and with the loss of 6. A very disappointing walk back to the pavilion. As we can see, that was slightly outside the off stump line. Moved very quickly. He goes upish and straight into the hands of cover fielder Sanjeev Reddy. He makes no mistake. So 6th wicket falls. It's 87 with the loss of 6. In comes Arun Deva. So single the last ball and brings a strike for himself, Arun Deva. Now it's 88 with the loss of 6 after 12 overs. catch is the call. No one could stop that ball. That was from the middle of the bat. That was 6 if I'm not wrong. Let's wait for the umpire's call. Yes, it is hand raised. 6. Beautiful shot that was. Suresh coming around the wicket. Arun Deva. That was a slog sweep, bisecting the field, and all the way that goes to the fence. Beautiful shot that is. Well, a 6 to finish the over. It's 96 with the loss of 6. Well, after 14 overs, it's 100 exactly with the loss of 6 for VINS Cricket Club. 2 is the call. That goes upish for some time. Protection there at white long off for Deva. So gets a couple of runs. Who is the call from Arun Deva straight away. Good running between the wickets. A Bice signal, if I'm not wrong, possibly. Yes, it is. And the man, captain, leading from the front. Not in a wickets column though, but nevertheless pulling up a beautiful line and length by all the bowlers, using each and every bowler decently, which is getting beautiful results in the end. Meanwhile, Arun Deva with the slog sweep. A signature shot by him. Well, he gets his maximum. What a beautiful shot. Connection at its best. Kanaya straight away. Slightly slower in the air. A length ball. Tata goodbye, says Arun Deva. Tata maximum. Well, after 15 overs, it's 112 with the loss of 6. With the dancing shoes, steps out down the ground. Nevertheless, singles is what they're getting since the 6th wicket falls. Innovation straight away. Protection there. So gets a couple of runs. Possibly goes to the boundary, and yes, it is. Well, fortune favors the brave for Arun Deva, and so does VINS Cricket Club. They will accept with both their hands. A scoop shot followed by a boundary there. As I'm not wrong, the possibly goes to 150 by VINS Cricket Club. As we can see, Ram Patel straight away leading the batting order by VINS. Outside edge was an intentional shot though, just using the bowler's bounce and pace, guiding it over the point, but nevertheless gets a single. Protection there. Well, single to finish the over if I'm not wrong. Last ball to be bowled. It's Ram Patel to face the last ball of the 17th over. Catches the call. Tries to go over wide, long on and long off, but nevertheless straight into the hands of the fielder. A promising start and a promising innings comes to an end by Ram Patel. He has to walk back of 34 runs. Valuable 30 runs for VINS, and so does Ram Patel too. It's 125 with the loss of 7. Well, after Ram Patel's dismissal, it's 125 with the loss of 7 after 17 overs. What a beautiful stop from his bowling itself. A one-handed stop to save those singles and a couple of runs. Now Shiva Vamshi has already a wicket in his wicket column. 2 is the call, but gets a single in the end, which brings a new batter, Yaba there, a big man, a Spitty known with his maximum sixes, those 100-meter sixes under his name. Probably he would call as Hulk of VINS Cricket Club if I'm not wrong. What I have said, known for his maximums. First ball, Yaba making no mistake. Beautifully played there. Tremendous six. As I've mentioned early on, that was not in the slot, but nevertheless, this man, a six hitting machine, strikes at the very first ball. Not convincingly, but nevertheless, goes out of the ground with all his power, his mighty power, Hulk. Exactly what he needs. Well, the stage is all set for Yaba. A tailor-fit stage for him. He's exactly the place where he wanted to be. Starts with a beautiful shot down the ground. A maximum under his name at the very first ball. He gets off the mark though. Followed by a dot. Down the ground. What a shot from the middle of the bat. Protection there. Srikanth at a wide long on saved a boundary. If I'm not wrong, a powerful shot there. Now which brings Arun Deva to strike for the last ball of the 18th over. Right on the back foot for a single at the vacant area. So we can see wide long on, a wide mid wicket and wide square leg. So single to finish the over. It's 134 with the loss of 7 after 18 overs. For 19th over, a crucial 19th over, in comes Suresh. Tries to guide it, but nevertheless, fortune favors the brave. First ball, a boundary in the 19th over. Arun Deva, not in a comprehensive way, not happy with that shot which he has played, but very happy with that boundary, with the result which he has got. A boundary for him, and so does VINS Cricket Club. In the air, Srikanth under it. Oh, a lovely catch. Would be a lovely catch if it is, but puts it down. But 100 for him with that beautiful intent and beautiful effort though. A diving effort which we can see from Srikanth, the wide long on fielder. Couldn't get the connection pretty well by Yaba there, but nevertheless 100 marks for that man, for that beautiful effort. Arun Deva on strike. Pulls right in the back foot. Beautifully played over square leg region. What a shot that is in the back foot. He's dealing with boundaries and sixes now. This man on the back foot, slightly short. Beautifully played, dispatched it over square leg region. What a lovely shot that is. Two is the call. Arun Deva. Kanaya at a wide long on for Arun Deva, so gets a single. Now for the last ball, it's Yaba to face the last ball of the 19th over. In fact, A wild swing by Yaba. Couldn't read the ball. Well, a dot ball to finish the over. After 7, it's 147 after 19 overs. For the last over of the proceedings, it's Ashok Dinda. Shravan the man. Tries for a scoop. A ramp shot on offer there. Not gets a connection, and that goes straight into the hands of keeper Abhilash. Well, that was a tough task for Abhilash. The keeper would be a blind spot if batters plays that scoop and ramps. So good keeping from that man. Quality bowling from this man, Shravan there. Everyone calls him Ashok Dinda. By third ball, last over. Outside edge it is. 2 is the call. And Yaba says, now it's my time, mate. My show for the last couple of balls. So settles for a single for the last couple of balls. It's Yaba. What a ball that is. Absolute ripper that is. Ooh. Well, Shravan misses it in a silly way. Smiles on each and everyone's face, even though from the batter too. A Moya Moya scene, as we can see from Shravan, which allows to take a couple of runs. Well, even Shravan, the bowler himself, is laughing, had a quick laugh by all the players. Right, for the last ball, it's 150 on the board for VINS Cricket Club. Huge uphill. Umpire says no, that's going down the leg. Possibly goes down the leg if I'm not wrong. Well, a couple of runs for the last ball it is. 152 with the loss of 7 is what VINS Cricket Club has done in the very first innings of the first semi-final. 153 is what are required for Liv Young clinics, and we'll be right back with the action replay. Well, hello and welcome back to the first semi-final of 55 Sports League Season 7. We are with the chase with Liv Young and VINS Cricket Club. Both the batters Kanaya and Srikanth started the proceedings to face a trigger at the very first over. Meanwhile, Kanaya, very first ball, an intentional cut, as we can see, first ball, first boundary for them, for Liv Young Clinics. Beautifully guided it over point and backward point for a boundary. What a lovely shot. Chase is on at the very first ball itself. Kanaya says thank you so much. The very first ball, and he gets off the marker with his style. Outside edge it is, and that goes to the fence. Well, a 2 in 2 for Kanaya this time. Not setting the batters, in fact not setting the bowlers. He's dealing with boundaries. 2 balls, 2 in 2 for him. Kanaya, the captain of Liv Young Clinics, leading from the front, right from the ball one. Brand new ball once again goes to the fence. An outside edge. Well, they've grabbed with both the hands. This time coming round the wicket, a trigger. Powerful shot this is, down the ground. Protection there at a deep point. So after 2 boundaries, gets a single, which brings the new batter Srikanth to face trigger at the very first time in this chase. Well, Srikanth gets off the mark, not in a convincing way, but nevertheless, he gets a single at the very second ball he has faced. Now, which brings Kanaya once again to face last ball of the very first over by trigger. So swings and a miss at the last ball of the very first over. It's 10 with no loss. Now it's a Yaba, Mubin Yaba, Hulk of VINS Cricket Club, take the proceedings from the second over itself. Questions asked straight away. Catches the call. Meanwhile, straight into the hands of fielder there, Ram Patil. He makes no mistake. Srikanth has to back. First wicket falls for Liv Young. It's Srikanth has to walk back. Not troubling the scorecard yet. With the margin of just single has faced. And he scored just 1 run. The very second ball, Yaba strikes. 10 with the loss of 1. Long walk back. A disappointing walk back to the pavilion. Now it's 10 with the loss of 1. The very first ball question asked straight away. This was way far away from the outside off stump. Tries to cut, but couldn't bisect the field. Straight into the hands of Ram Patil there. An early appearance by Sanjeev Reddy. In at number 3 walks in at the very second over of the chase by Liv Young. Questions asking straight away and continuously by Yaba. 3 balls, 3 dots, including a wicket. This man is delivering with the ball too. Let's wait and see. Will he get a wicket? Another wicket in his over itself. As this was an exceptional bowling from this man, Yaba. Is leading the bowling for VINS Cricket Club. Well, nevertheless, 153 with this bowling is never easy for Liv Young, but nevertheless, we'll see if the captain at the non-striking end is dealing only with boundaries. So far, so good. Kanaya will be on strike, which makes Liv Young a comprehensive victory, but not with the bowling which they have been facing so far by Yaba and Trigger. Upish, and that goes to the fence. Well, Sanjeev Reddy with that boundary, he gets off the mark at the last ball. Enough of defense. Now I'll free my arms, says Sanjeev Reddy with that beautiful boundary over point. So 14 with the loss of 1 after 2 overs. Trigger once again into the attack. Starts with a boundary. What a beautiful shot by Kanaya. Bread and butter for this man as dealing with boundaries. Coming round the wicket, created the angle, but nevertheless Kanaya is in that form, dispatching it very beautifully over covers, bisecting the field pretty decently. Beautifully played from Kanaya this time, making no mistake. So 3-3 for this man. Well, the ball is racing to the boundary. Possibly goes to the fence. A beautiful stop by Siddharth Daga there. So gets a couple of runs in the end. As we can see, Kanaya has fallen down there. So leg by signaled. Nevertheless, runs are runs at any time, any point of view. Up in the air, catches the call. No one could stop the ball. The ball's racing to the boundary like a rocket from the middle of the bat that comes by Kanaya. As I've mentioned earlier on, he's only dealing with boundaries. No slot, no shot of length, and no half volley. I'll dispatch each and every ball, says Kanaya. 4 boundaries already under his name. What a beautiful innings in the first semi-final. Once again, an action replay, beautifully played there. Kanaya, the man, a captain, is leading from the front of Liv Young. Beautifully played this time. No chance for each and everyone. They be the spectators while this man is batting. But nevertheless, this shot in the slot just opened his bat face and goes to the boundary. What a shot that is. Technically sound batter, Kanaya. Once again, a trigger coming round the wicket to create that angle. A sweeper in a place for Kanaya. Up and over. 1 bounce and that goes to the fence. Beautiful shot that is. In fact, that was a no ball too. Well, field restrictions may lead for a no ball there. What a beautiful shot. Nevertheless, meanwhile, well, this man is leading from the front, as I've mentioned earlier. 3 boundaries in a row. Up, and that goes over the bowler's head. Beautifully played. Well, overstepping may lead for a no ball. Now free delivery. Kanaya on strike. Where he'll be target now? Where we'll be targeting now? Up in the air. And gets only a single. Couldn't use the free delivery, but nevertheless he's done the job. He's done the damage what they want in this over itself. Well, that man who's on non-striking end, no need of any free hit deliveries. He's in his peak now. He's in his peak form now. Disclaimer, Kanaya, the man, a captain. Steps out this time. Sanjeev Reddy. Protection there. So gets only a single in the end. Well, I love the aggressive intent by both these batters. Meanwhile, 35 with the loss of 1 after 3 overs by Liv Young. Well, Yaba to continue the 4th over. Well, this man Yaba is bowling right in the off-stump channel. So where he's getting the reward. Meanwhile, he's into wickets column. Just a wicket falls for Liv Young. Courtesy goes to Yaba. And has given just 4 runs and picked the crucial wicket, the opener Srikanth. Outside edge, catches the call. just touching the fielder's hand, and the ball slowly racing to the boundary, possibly goes to the fence. Yes, it does. Beautifully played by Sanjeev, slightly uppish, just touching the fielder's hand at point region, and that goes to the fence. Well, Sanjeev Reddy has an exact map where the fielders were, but nevertheless he gets his reward. First boundary for this man. Steps out, down the ground this time, over the bowler's head for a maximum. Right from the middle of the bat, that comes by Sanjeev. Beautifully played. Extraordinary shot from Sanjay Reddy. From the middle of the bat, that comes with the dancing shoes. That was in the slot. With the dancing shoes, it comes down the ground. Straight batted shot over the fence. What a shot that is. A superb shot. Timing and elevation. 100 for Sanjeev Reddy. Cuts slightly up in the air, but nevertheless gets only a dot in the end. Well, good to see boundaries and calculating those singles in the end too. Singles is also a matter. Meanwhile, Kanaya, he's on a song there. This man is dealing with boundaries right from the first ball itself. He quickly moves to 30 of just 11 deliveries. This man is in a form. Well, with that boundary, 50 on the board for Liv Young. In just 5 overs. Well, that was a beautiful shot, a flat batted shot. A slap is what we say in form of cricket. No chance for the fielder to stop the ball, and that races to the boundary. Supporters all the way, and the spectators were very keen to watch the match. The first semi-final match between VINS Cricket Club and Liv Young Clinics. An aggressive intent by both these batters for the last over of the power play. If I'm not wrong, for the 5th over, right in the power play, it's Mukesh Gilada, the new bowler. Comes in, starts with a couple of runs. Nice, quick and good glove work by Sachin. But nevertheless, he be in the popping crease. Kanaya there. Well, so far bowling slow and steady. And the result is getting only a singles in the end. A rare dot balls as we can see from Kanaya. Well, this man Sanjeev Reddy also joined the party long back ago with Kanaya, the opener of Liv Young, and also the captain too. Couldn't middle the ball in the end, so single. and 5 runs of that over by Mukesh Gilada. It's 55 with the loss of 1 after 5 overs. Meanwhile, it's 55 Sports League presents. First semi-final. Now Liv Young has scored 55, another 55 in the 55 Sports League Season 7. Pretty coincidence, as we can see both the teams were on 55, and VINS Cricket Club has scored 55 of 8 overs in an action. Liv Young, in a reply to, they've scored 55 of just 5 overs. So for the last over, which brings Vikrant Raj to bowl the crucial over of last overs of power play, starts with a couple of dot balls and followed by another dot ball. So 3 in 3 dot balls by this man, mixing up pretty decently. Well, in the chase, this is what VINS Cricket Club were needed. Uphill. Yes, it is. First wicket falls. In fact, second wicket falls for Liv Young. Sanjeev Reddy has to walk back. Vikrant strikes. Partnership has been broken. Vikrant strikes the very first over by him. As we can see, he was right in the back foot, tries to cut it and tries to go over covers. Outside edge, straight into the hands of Sachin. He's making no mistake there. So second wicket falls and the partnership has been broken by Vikrant. Well, in comes the new batter in at number 4. It's Dr. Abhilash, the man with the keeping gloves. Early on in the first innings, comes to join the action with Kannaya there, captain. A pretty responsible man, an experienced man. Well, Dr. Abhilash starts with that single. He gets off the mark. Well, a beautiful over comes to an end. Just given 1 run and picked the crucial wicket of Liv Young batter Sanjeev Reddy. It's 56 with the loss of 2 after 6 overs. Now the power play is done and dusted. Well, time for spin. Mukesh Gilada once again into the attack. 2 is the call by Dr. Abhilash. A nice fielding from the fielder. In fact, from the keeper. Sachin there. Not letting those second run to steal by Liv Young batters. So single at the very first ball by Mukesh Gilada's second over. Driven beautifully through the covers, and it possibly goes to the fence. Good fielding from the man sweeper. Saved a couple of runs for his team. Well, a tight and economical over comes to an end. It's 60 with the loss of 2 after 7 overs. In the air, and that goes to the fence. That was a beautiful shot there by Kanaya, and he's leading from the front as we can see. A lofted shot on offer there, and that goes to the fence. Well, a beautiful shot, a bread and butter for this man. Up in the air, up in the air. Ram Patil under it. Takes the catch there. Smiles on each and everyone's face as a destructive batter. A captain has to walk back. And that man has done his job yet. But nevertheless, he gets his 40 mark of just 19 deliveries he has faced. What a beautiful innings. So Kannaya has to walk back. Third wicket falls for Liv Young. It's 66 with the loss of 3. We are in the 8th over. Now Kannaya has faced 20 deliveries and has scored 40 crucial runs for his team. Along a disappointing walk to the pavilion. Now it's 66 with the loss of 3. We are in the 8th over. In comes the new batter in at number 5. It's Suresh, just touching 15,000 runs under his name. Quite an experienced campaigner with 168 strike rate. Beautifully played. And I need to mention last match which he has played has hit 5 sixes in a row in an over itself. Just tries to match Yuvraj Singh, the man with 6 sixes, but nevertheless gets only a 5 sixes in the end at the last match. At this time, straight away, up goes the finger, inside edge, straight into the hands of keeper. Second ball. Second ball dug by Suresh, as we can see. Commentator curse. Nothing wrong which he has done there. Beautiful channel of bowling from that man. Just an outside edge, a feather touch edge and straight into the hands of keeper. Well, he strike once again. Vikrant. In comes the new batter in at number 5. It's Manoj. To join there. Both the new batters were in the middle. Well, dot ball and a crucial wickets. Couple of wickets by Vikrant. Comes to an end. It's 66 with a loss of 4 after 8 overs. Well, in comes the new bowler Mukesh. It's Ram Patil. Starts with a single. Beautiful shot by Manoj, bisecting the field pretty beautifully. Right in the back foot he comes. So first boundary by this man. As we can see, Ram Patil with an action of slip there. In the back foot, dispatched it very decently and very powerfully. No chance for the fielder, but nevertheless good fielding try by the man at a deep square leg trigger. Followed by a single. Nice cricket as we can see by both these batters, Manoj and Dr. Abhilash. So far just a couple of partnerships will lead Liv Young on a winning side the very first semi-final of 55 Sports League. Well swept and swept beautifully. That possibly goes to the boundary now. Trigger pulls the ball into the game once again. Couple of runs saved by that man. Trigger a deep square leg. Eight runs coming already in that over, and a ball to be faced, to be bowled by Ram Patil even. Well, a sportsmanship 100% by both these teams. Well, last ball of the 9th over. Dr. Abhilash on strike. Just a tap there. Appeal straight away. No, says the umpire. Umpire is not interested yet. Well, a dot ball to finish the over. 74 with the loss of 4 after 9 overs. for the last over before drinks. It's Salim who's taken the proceedings. Starts with a single, in fact. That brings Dr. Abhilash onto the strike. From now on, a 78 is what required for Liv Young on a winning side. Just a punch there. Good running between the wickets. Beautiful running between the wickets. Just a tap. Early call from Manoj, who's at non-striking end. So which leads to steal a single. So 2 balls, 2 singles by Salim. Short ball. Beautiful execution. Was that from the bat? Yes, it is. Beautiful execution, but nevertheless, Manoj gets a fortune and a life to an outside edge. That goes over Sachin, the man with the keeping glove on. And that goes to the fence. Well, a fortune favors the brave. For Liv Young, this is what they've been targeting and they've been planning for in the chase. So these lucky runs were matter for Liv Young. Cuts and cuts comfortably. 2 is the call. Dr. Abhilash says no. Settles for a single in the end. Well, boundary followed by single is what good cricket is up to by Liv Young. Good fielding, saves a single by Ram Patil there. Manish Gilada at a point displayed beautiful fielding effort, a diving fielding effort to save that single. So well, a dot ball to finish the over, the last over before the drinks. It's 82 with the loss of 4. Well, it's Ram Patil straight away after the drinks break. Coming over the wicket with a slip in place for him. Comfortably get that single. 2 is the call. But that was a beautiful fielding setup. Saved a single. Could only steal only a 1 run with that back foot. Swept and swept beautifully. That possibly goes to the fence. In fact, no. They gave a couple of runs in the end. Well, as far as their team is concerned, Liv Young, they need those good partnership to get the team in a successful way. By Liv Young. Now both the set batsmen were in a good position. Manoj and Dr. Abhilash. Calculating risk is what they have been doing right from the ball one by both these batters. They have removed the slip and put that slip in short mid wicket to save that single, but nevertheless Manoj plays beautifully over short mid wicket for a single. So good running between the wickets and has a good plan where the fielders were by Abhilash and Manoj too. Oh, what a ripper that is. A leg spin played for googly, but nevertheless that goes straight into the hands of keeper. He's getting good amount of turn and bounce. Two dot balls in a row, consecutive dot balls, beaten completely there. Looks to see what was the reply by Dr. Abhilash for the last ball right after the drinks break. Once again played for the googly, and that turns and straight into the hands of keeper there. Was that a stumping? Up goes the finger. Abhilash has to walk back. A partnership has been broken. OUT, says the third umpire. Abhilash has to walk back. Beautiful glove work behind the stumps. Sachin, he's making no mistake there. What a lovely grab that is. Partnership has been broken for Liv Young. 86 with the loss of 5 after 11 overs. Well, it's in at number 6. It's Suresh, who's joined Manoj there for the rest of the action. And in comes Vikrant. Has already picked 3 wickets in his bowling spell. Just bowled a couple of overs. And if I'm not wrong, he's a left-hand batter. Good and quick running between the wickets. Direct hit. Beautiful there. A decision pending straight away. I hope he be in the popping crease before the hit. Let's wait and watch. Not out, says the third umpire. But nevertheless, beautifully throw the ball and a direct hit offered there. Manoj survives. Risky run gets off the mark. A sloppy fielding in an action there, and that possibly goes to the fence. No. Well, a couple of runs followed by that single, a risky single. So 4 runs coming off just 3 deliveries so far. Now Liv Young need a partnership to get the team on a winning side at the very first semi-final of 55 Sports League Season 7. So once again trying for the sweep there. Edge is what he's been asking for the umpire. But nevertheless, that goes straight into the hands of keeper for a dot ball. Well, a lot of sweeps on action there. So which getting for this dot balls in the end. Beautiful stop from the cover man. The cover fielder saved a couple of runs. Now which brings a change in the field as the left-hand batter Suresh Kumar was on strike for the last ball. Appeal straight away. Umpire says no. Not even interested there. Well, a dot ball to finish the over. After 12, it's 91 with the loss of 5. Up in the air, catches the call. A simple sitter. Well, a 6th wicket falls for Liv Young. It's Manoj has to walk back. Ram Patil strikes once again. 2nd wicket for him. What a lovely spell this is. Beaten couple of balls and gets his man. It's 91 with the loss of 6. We are in the 13th over. Well, in at number 7, it's Shiva Vamshi, who's in the proceedings of Liv Young. Appeal straight away. No, says the umpire, not at all interested. Shiva Vamshi is living dangerously there. The very first ball he has faced by Ram Patil. Well, a single and a wicket for Ram Patil's 3rd over comes to an end. It's 96 with the loss of 6. It's 92 with the loss of 6 after 13 overs. Vikrant Raja with his last over picks his man. Shiva Vamshi has to walk back. 4th wicket for this man. In his last over, he picks his man. 7th wicket falls for Liv Young. It's 94 with the loss of 7. And he walks back very cheaply. Not in a convincing way. Right in the back foot this time. Vikrant. Played on this time. Inside edge straight onto the stumps. Well, he gets his man. Well, with double-minded, if I'm not wrong, he tries to go for a second. He goes with the back foot, which lends to sacrifice and to give his wicket. It's 94 with the loss of 7. We are in 14th over. Well, in comes the new batter in at number 8. It's a Rife. Was slightly uppish in the air. Well, it's Rife to join Suresh Kumar. Beautifully bowled in the right outside off stump channel. Can he get his man? Can he get his 5th wicket? In fact, his 5-wicket haul. Just a ball to finish his bowling spell. 4 overs quota. Targeting the stumps pretty decently. Nevertheless, gets a dot. 3 dot balls. Well, just 3 runs coming and a wicket off this over by Vikrant. Well, 2 runs and a wicket by Vikrant's last over comes to an end. 14 runs which he has given in 4 overs and picked 4 crucial wickets. Broken all the partnership by Liv Young batters. Beautiful bowling comes to an end. After 14 overs, Liv Young has scored 94 with the loss of 7. From now on, these two guys sticks to their basics and put on a good score to take this match on a winning side. Suresh Kumar with an aggressive intent. So the left and right combination will work for Liv Young, if I'm not wrong, with both these batters. Can play a major role and be a hero for Liv Young. In comes a Mukesh Gilada with his 3rd over. Cuts pretty decently. He gets off the mark of the 4th ball which he has faced. As I've mentioned earlier on, with the bowling attack by VINS Cricket Club, nevertheless 150 would be 200 and 220. Looks like 220. Nevertheless, Liv Young need to stick to their basics. Catches the call. 1 bounce, a couple of bounces. Well, you miss, I hit, says Manish, says Mukesh Gilada. 1st wicket for this man. 8th wicket falls for Liv Young. All smiles face on VINS Cricket Club team members. Ref has to walk back. 8th wicket falls. Liv Young deep in trouble. Mukesh strikes. He be in the wickets column straight away with that wicket. As I've mentioned earlier on, turn and bounce is what they're getting. Hitting a middle and leg stump. Beautiful ball that is. A dream delivery for all the left hand spinners this time. Tries to go over the fence for a fancy shot. What a beautiful delivery that is. 8th wicket falls for Liv Young. It's 97 with the loss of 8. We are in the 15th over. In comes the new batter, Shravan. Well, in at 9, in comes the new batter Shravan, PT known as Ashok Dinda, to face Mukesh Gilada for the couple of balls. Very far away from the outside off stump line, wide it is. A re-ball. Well, a couple of balls once again to finish the 15th over. And he gets off the mark with that single at the very first ball he has faced Ashok Dinda. In fact, it's Shravan, popularly known as Ashok Dinda. Pretty handy with the ball. Now let's wait. Can he make a matter? Can he make a difference? Can he be the hero for Liv Young? Well, after 15 overs, 1 run short of 100 is what Liv Young has done so far. It's 99 with the loss of 8. Well, Ram Patil comes in, takes the wicket. 9th wicket falls. Third wicket for this man, Ram Patil. He strikes very first ball of his third over. Shravan has to walk back. Beautiful ball that is by Ram Patil. Nice bowling display by each and every bowler. As we can see, that was a beautiful ball there. Played for a googly, but nevertheless that was a leg spin. Also a beautiful catch. Appreciation. Mukesh Gilada, man at covers, takes an easy catch. 9th wicket falls for Liv Young. Now these guys were in deep trouble. 99 with the loss of 9. We are in 16th over. Just a ball has bowled in 16th over by Ram Patil. In comes the new batter, the last man of Liv Young and the last hope. That was on the slot. A leg spinner stretched his hands and straight into the hands of covers fielder Mukesh Gilada. A comfortable catch which lends a 9th wicket for Liv Young. Falls pretty quickly and pretty easily. In comes the last man, a last hope for Liv Young. It's Kaushik Sharath. Inside edge, and he gets off the mark. Well, a first ball by Kaushik gets off the mark. In comes Suresh Kumar, left hand batter, the lone warrior. And with that single, 100 on the board for Liv Young. As we can see, now Liv Young were in deep trouble. Just a wicket for VINS Cricket Club to steal the semi-final and a final spot. Now 53 is what Liv Young were targeting, and just a wicket, just a ball for VINS Cricket Club. Well, now from on VINS Cricket Club were in a driving seat. They were targeting the final match, finals position. Well, can Ram Patel be the man and finish the over with that wicket, the last wicket? Turn and bounce. 3 dot balls, 3 beautiful deliveries by Ram Patel.
Over 100.
Well, 1 run and a wicket by Ram Patel's last over. Beautiful bowling display once again by Ram Patel. 14 of just 4 overs which he has bowled and picked 3 big wickets. It's 100 with the loss of 9 after 16 overs. Now in comes the captain Siddharth Daga for the proceedings from the commentator's end. Starts with a single, a friendly length delivery. That was a lovely ball there by Siddharth Daga. Credit to the bowler, but nevertheless that goes to the fence. Inside edge. Well, targeting the stumps is what Siddharth Daga is doing right from the first ball itself. That was an outside edge, and fortunately that goes to the fence. Catches the call, falls in a no man's vacant area, and that goes to the fence. Well, 2 boundaries, 2 deliveries, 2 in 2. by Suresh. As we can see, cuts beautifully the left-hand batter in a no man's vacant area for a boundary there. So 9 runs of just 3 deliveries by Siddharth Daga. Slight change in the field as we can see. Backward point comes in. In comes the last man, Kaushik Sharath, in the strike, a right-hand batsman. So change in the field. Just a man at onside. Deep square leg. Kaushik Sharath. Siddharth Daga, outside edge. Once again. And the ball fortunately goes to the fence. No. With his dancing shoes and with the football skills, saved a couple of runs. Well, this man, Kaushik Sharath, living dangerously in Siddharth Daga's first over itself. Well, last ball. Catches the call. Just falls short in front of the fielder there, Mukesh Gilada. Chance of run out at both the ends. Nevertheless, steals a couple of runs with that overthrow. So 14 runs straight away of that over comes to an end. It's 114 with the loss of 9 after 17 overs. In comes Mukesh Gilada for his last over. Slip in an action. Well, a couple of dot balls to start his last over. Has picked just a wicket in his wicket column. But nevertheless, good reply by each and every bowler of VINS Cricket Club. Well, 2 runs of Mukesh Gilada's last over comes to an end. It's 116 with the loss of 9 after 18 overs. Well, from now on, it's not announced yet, but VINS Cricket Club were in a driving position. In the air, catches the call. Yaba at a wide long on. Commitment 100% from that man, a big man. But nevertheless, a drop catch in the end. Finally, a drop catch for him. Saved almost a couple of runs, if I'm not wrong. In fact, saved 3 runs. Big man diving forward. Not an easy task. But 100% commitment by each and every fielder and bowler of VINS Cricket Club. Cuts this time straight into the hands of point fielder Arun Deva, left hand batter for VINS Cricket Club. Last ball of the 19th over by Siddharth Daga. Once again in the air, Yaba under it and takes it. Beautiful presence of mind. He has exact knowledge of where the boundary line is. So last wicket falls at last ball of the 19th over. Siddharth Daga gets his wicket. 118 all out by Liv Young. A clinical win for VINS Cricket Club, and they be in the final. Well, that's it.